your ego will get you killed. I've been thinking lately how in the society, even in 2018, we still have a lot of men out here who think they, by having a big ego and, having this macho bravado, that somehow they're going to be immune to, like, the laws, or they're going to be immune to, like, female nature, or, they're going to, everything's just going to be all right because you're tough, and you have a high sense of, like a bravado about yourself. And the thing is, like I've said in other videos, it's all right to have confidence. It's okay to be a little egotistical, but there are some things in life that you can't just muscle your way through. And there are even MGTOW guys out there that think like, oh, this won't happen to me. I'm avoiding this. I hardly even talk to women, so I'm not at risk for this, but you are. And the thing is, guys, all of us are at risk for, like, complete annihilation by this feminist society and by this gynocracy and by this legal system. It's designed to destroy all of us in one way or another. And you need to humble yourself a little bit and accept the fact that, look, anything can happen to me at any time. I'm always at a small degree of risk, even if I'm not hooking up with women. You're always at a small degree of risk. Maybe someone from your past can come back and say something. Maybe you're walking down the street and some crazy woman lies that you touched her. Whatever. There's always still some degree of risk, no matter your involvement. And you should never feel like you're completely safe in life. And this applies with anything. This means, like, if you're in a business, if you're in a relationship, whatever. Always have it in the back of your mind that this thing can fall apart, and I have to be ready for it to fall apart. I have to have a plan B. I have to have an escape plan. Don't just rest on your accomplishments or rest on your, image of yourself and think, oh, I've made it this far in life, I'm going to be all right, or I've accomplished this, there's no way I could lose this, there's no way my business can fall apart, or, oh, I don't even talk to women anymore, there's no way I couldn't, have someone come after me and try to charge me with something. You always want to be preparing yourself psychologically and, financially and physically for certain events that can happen in life that you might not even be anticipating happening. You want to You never want to feel like you've made it. You never want to feel like you're comfortable and now you can just rest and let your guard down. You don't want to feel like, okay, I've reached a certain level of success, now I'm like immune to anything that can happen. I see so many guys fall for this trap. They do it with everything. They do it with their health, they do it with their money, they do it, like I said, with women. MGTOW guys fall for a lot of this stuff too. It's like, okay, yeah, I've cut out women from my life, but I'm like smoking cigarettes all day and like eating hot dogs. And it's like, oh, no, I won't get cancer. It's like, yeah, bro, you're very likely to get cancer. Or it's like, guys out in public, they think like, I'm not gonna get if I get in a fight, no one can beat me up. I'm super tough. I know a lot of this. I'm no one can mess with me. And it's like, nah, bro, there are people always out there that are more dangerous than you. You always want to listen more than you speak. You have 2 eyes, 2 ears, and 1 mouth, right? You always want to be taking in more information than you're putting out. You don't want too many people to know what you're doing. You shouldn't be, like, guys tell me, bro, why don't you just let women in the chat? Why don't you just let women voice their opinion? I don't view, a lot of these feminist women, I view them as my enemy. Why would I want to give my enemy intel? Why would I want to give my enemy information? I'd rather neutralize my enemy than give them, ammo and give them intel and insight onto what I'm thinking and what I'm doing. I don't want to socialize with who I consider the enemy. A lot of guys, they think like Tony Montana from Scarface. If you've seen the movie Scarface, they think like, oh, once I reach a certain level, I'm bulletproof. I'll be immune to, feminism. I'll be immune to all kinds of things. And they're standing there with their bravado, and they're going back and forth, talking crap to, women on the internet, or talking crap to other guys on the internet, or talking crap to people in person, thinking like, oh, I've made it to a certain level, I'm bulletproof. And it's like, no, bro, you're not. People can get creative and find ways to bring you down if you give them too much information about yourself. You always want to be a bit secretive. You always want to be reserved. You never want to tell people exactly what you're doing in life. You never want to give people all your secrets. You never want to give them an exact blueprint of the steps you're taking to get where you want to go. Because people are going to start plotting to take you down. People are jealous. People are hateful. People are vindictive. People are going to start plotting, well, how can I take from him? How can I make what he has mine? You know, stuff like, especially women. That's why I keep women at arm's length. I barely give women my name. You know, I could be working like a 9-to-5 job. That woman's, you know, the woman at my job will ask me all these questions. I'm not going to give them the truth. They're not going to know who I'm dating. They're not going to know where I live. They're not going to know that I have a YouTube channel. You know, I don't tell people anything about me because most of the time people have agendas and they have manipulative plans. And when you're egotistical and you think, oh, I can brag about whatever, no one can touch me, no one can stop me, you know, I'm not going to go to jail, or I'm not going to get sick, or no one's going to plot to take me down, I'm too tough for that. That's not the truth, man. In this society we live in as men, you are completely and utterly powerless. You have a legal system that's designed to take you down 100% and destroy you. You don't have a support system. You don't have a team. You shouldn't be this big egotistical person. You should be confident. You can have a little bit of an ego, but you shouldn't have it in your mind where, like, I'm the man and no one can take me down. When you live in a society that's designed to take you down. You know, you need to be stealthy. You need to be reclusive. You know, I don't want to be Tony Montana. I want to be the guy who crept up behind him with the shotgun and blew his back out, you know, like shot him and he flew off the balcony and died. I want to be that guy. I want to be the guy that sneaks up behind him and neutralizes him. You know, that's the same way I view it, like with these feminists. I'm not going to give them a voice. I'm not going to let them know what I'm up to. I'm not going to, you know, invite them to debate me. And no, I'm just going to sneak up behind you, like in Scarface, and boom, neutralize the enemy. You know, and that's how you want to be in life. That's how you want to be if someone's giving you crap at your job or whatever. You know, always be tactful. Always listen more than you talk, and come up with a stealthy, low-key, under-the-radar plan for how you want to handle things. Don't make your intentions known. Don't be egotistical and announce to the world what you're going to do. Don't give people a chance to form a counter plan, you know, for whatever you're trying to do. Always keep your mouth shut. Be, you know, a couple steps ahead of the curve, and be unpredictable. You know, you want people to never really know what you're thinking. You never really know what's going on with you. That way, they can't form strategies to manipulate you. You know, women hate dealing with me because there's nothing to manipulate with me. They can't read my mind. I hardly give them any information about myself, and I keep it mostly on a pump and dump basis. So there isn't really too much room to manipulate and find out what I like and find out what they can hold over my head to get me to do what they want me to do or whatever, because I don't give them too much information about me. You know, you guys want to be the same way. You don't want to be this big egotistical, you know, like Vegeta, like the picture I'm using for this video. I'm the prince, I'm the king, I can take on anybody. You know, you don't want to be this big, in-your-face, public figure kind of guy. That's the guy everyone tries to shoot down. You know, it's the same thing with, like, if you have a lot of money, you want to hide it. You want to act poorer than you are. You want to be under the radar. That way you don't have people coming after you. You know, the big egotistical alpha male, the guy who's always flaunting his stuff and flexing on everybody, that's the number one guy people are gunning for. That's the guy people are trying to blow his head off and take what he has, because he's advertising to the world that he's an easy target, you know. You want to be very, very secretive and reclusive. And I'm going to do a video on the Sigma male, which is what I consider myself to be. You don't really want to be the alpha male these days. You want to be the Sigma male. The Sigma male is like a more reclusive, secretive version of the alpha male that still gets what he wants, but he does it under the radar, you know. He's not the big bravado alpha male superhero. He's like the secretive anti-hero that still gets what he wants, you know. That's really what you want to be. You don't want to be this big egotistical guy. You want to keep everything private, low key. Don't tell women too much about. It's not women's business to know about MGTOW. It's not women's business to know what we're up to or what we're doing, because these feminist women, they're brought up to be your enemy, and you're living in a country where everyone's coming at your head. Everyone's trying to take you down. Feminists, the government, everybody. You have no friends. You have no allies in the society. So there's no point in being egotistical and trying to flex like you have some power and like you're an authority figure in the real world, when everyone's coming at your head trying to destroy you, and you have a government full of men that can come arrest you and take you away at any time. You want to be forming an escape plan. How am I going to get away if they try to come for me? You know, if the feminists try to lie about me, how am I going to, you know, avoid that situation? How am I going to get myself away from this? I'm going to save up my money, so if I ever have to leave America or whatever, I can go live somewhere else, you know, secretly. You want to be forming escape plans and backup plans and stuff like that. You don't want to be I'm a MGTOW, I'm tough, and debating feminists in person and like debating people online. You know, when I get guys commenting on my videos, like, bro, you're an idiot, you know, this MGTOW thing is stupid, you just can't get laid. When I have guys comment that, I just delete their comments. I hide them from my channel. I'm not going to engage them. You keep thinking that, bro. Keep thinking you're this tough, manly man. And when you get body slammed by the system, when you go to jail for 20 years or end up paying child support and alimony for 50 years, and your wife cheats on you behind your back, you'll see how big and tough you are. When it gets real, you know, when it gets real and everything comes crashing down on you, you'll see how big and mighty you are. I don't care how muscular you are. I don't care if you're 6'4", 300 pounds with a six-pack. This country, this government can crush you at the drop of a hat. You have no power. You have no reason to be this big egotistical guy.